the government and the IRS coming at my mama crazy turned me into a beast. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was like a long journey trying to get out of this financial situation we have with our business or whatever. So like, it just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And by the time I moved out to LA, I'm like, I really got to make something of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, not that I didn't believe that I would. It was just like, I started really seeing the reality of the world. So fast forward to 2019. 2018 was crazy because my brother had got sick or whatever, and so it was a whole process of him healing because he had his lung collapsed or whatever. So like, we had to be there for him as he was recovering. Well, I had to be there for him because, you know what I'm saying? So like, 2018 really strengthened me spiritually in my connection with God, because like, I literally had to like get in my word and get into my faith, because like, things was going haywire or whatever. So after I was getting even stronger in my spiritual life, I started aligning with Nipsey. Like, I kept running into like videos of him talking about what he was doing in the city and stuff. And then he was on the news because he was buying up some real estate at the time. So this was 2018, I believe. It was probably 2017, 2018. And so when 2019 rolled around and he got killed, that shit was crazy. I remember exactly where I was and everything. And when I heard that on the radio, like, I was in shock, because it was like I was just getting to know like what was going on. Yeah, so after Nipsey got killed, that was like the energy in the city of LA, like the energy itself was, because I was so sensitive at the time because I was at home a lot, so my aura was like real clean because I was only around good energy for that period of time. So when he died, it was like the energy in LA itself, I could feel it. And it was just like, it was heavy. It was so heavy. And so it literally took 3 months for that energy to clear, at least for me to feel it. So during that time, I was just learning more and more and more about myself and just how frequency work and energy and all that. I was just reading it. I was reading information, and then I would align with other information that confirmed what I was reading and seeing with my spiritual eyes or whatever. So between that, my family company, my acting career, and just, other side gigs and stuff, it was just so much going on. Like, I didn't even have the energy to hang out and party or nothing, because it was just like I needed all my energy to survive. Because, I mean, it's LA. It's a lot going on, like, good and evil. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't know. I didn't know half the stuff I knew now then. Like, I'm totally different person now because I just know so much more. But yeah, so yeah, that's when Hope had called me, and she was planning her trip to Jamaica for her birthday, her 30th birthday. So like, all 2019, I was just having faith I was gonna make it to Jamaica, because like, money was just crazy funny, like, because I had to like shut down a lot of stuff to just like focus on my mental health or whatever. So I was faithing it to get to Jamaica for her birthday. Up to the last point, I had missed my plane. That's how dramatic it was trying to get to Jamaica for her birthday, because I hadn't seen Hope in like a whole year. And normally I would see Hope like all the time. So I'm like, man, I gotta get to Jamaica to see my girl, whatever. So like I said, by 2019, I was learning so much spiritual stuff. Like, I was listening to like a couple prophets, and like, I was just picking up on stuff. That's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story I might get to one day. But yeah, I was studying the word and I was, just reading other stuff. And stuff started aligning. And I was putting two and two together about personal development. Because at that time, it's hard to be like, just slow down and stop and like not feel like you gotta be places. Just be with yourself. Like, just live. Don't be worried. Like, I was in that state finally where I wasn't worried about no jobs. I wasn't worried about no money. I was just wanted to like live and slow down and just be with myself because I had been through so much. I had lived in 3 different states, been around all these people. I just wanted to just relax and not have to deal with so many people's problems and perspectives and just a lot of just energy. I just wanted to relax. So 2019, by the time I was about to fly to Jamaica, I missed my flight, but luckily they had one like an hour later, and I was able to make it to Jamaica in time, and I was able to spend that 3 or 4 days with Hope. And like when I touched down in Jamaica, it was like I was supposed to be there. It was like a feeling of just a reward after all the hell I had been through for the past prior 2 years. And everything was just moving smoothly. We was, going around the country and just, and I met her friends and it was just a vibe. Like it was a vibe, and I enjoyed every last moment I was able to spend with Hope because she kept talking about her surgery, but it just seemed like she looked kind of nervous talking about it. And I kept joking, like, Hope don't be taking nothing serious. And I was just joking with her, but I could tell, like, in her eyes, like, something really was off. Like, she knew something. Like, maybe, I don't know. It was something I could tell, but, I just stayed in the moment and I enjoyed her birthday and the time we had together. So, yeah, I left Jamaica and then got back to LA, and all the girls, we was planning another trip and we was going to be traveling the world. You couldn't tell us nothing. And, yeah, for those next 2 weeks, I was just still in the group chat. And back then, I didn't do group chats because, like I said, I was spending a lot of time with myself. And, yeah, 2 weeks later, her brother called me, and I was just in shock. Like, you lying. Like, I literally was just, had no words. Like, what? Like, for like 3 or 4 days, I just was crying. Like, I just, what? That put the damn needle on a haystack as far as everything I was going through. Like, I just could not understand what the hell. And for those 3-4 days, I was just crying and I was just in stillness. And mind you, like I said, I was at home a lot at this point, so I had the time to just decompress and just let the emotions flow out of me. And by like the 4th day, I started getting a revelation. Like, I knew she was mentally, physically gone, but it was like I could still feel her spirit. It was like a presence in my room for like a week or 2. Every time I went to sleep, I felt like a presence, like somebody was in the room with me. And after that, I felt like I was just in alignment. I feel like I heard her voice. Like, when I would go through things, if I would text her, I was like knowing what she would say, Now, losing hope, like losing your best friend, like, now that took my spiritual life to a whole nother level. Like, I was understanding stuff so deep. Like, the average person would probably be looking at me like, what are you talking about? And that's another reason why I got real quiet too, because it was like people don't really understand like the Holy Spirit and walking in the Spirit. Like, they actually make fun of what actually occurs when you follow in Christ. And that's what's so crazy. So after all that, I was ready for 2020. Because when I was listening to all them prophets, they was already saying, like, it was some weird stuff about to happen. And then, y'all know, them boys, you know what I'm saying? They be planning stuff decades ahead and shit like that. So, like, 2020 was a piece of cake for me. Like, I had already been through all the dramatics and I was already home. So, like, I was just watching the world. Because, like, I was home, really, when you think about it, because I was rejected. Like, I was barely getting any auditions. People was barely calling me. I really had time to myself. Like, see, I'm the only one that really know how funny and entertaining I am. So, me being with myself is not a problem. Like, I'm funny as a bitch. Like, I literally be okay by myself because I've experienced so much. I've experienced being poor as hell. I've experienced having overflow. I've experienced being in the hood. I've experienced being in the suburbs. So my experience of life is just hilarious. Like, it's a piece of cake, for real, for real. So, like, for people to feel like I was gonna feel lonely, they salty as a bitch, because, like, I was learning about spiritual gifts and everything, yo. And it's just like, people be so busy hating, they be missing out on some good stuff, though. 2020 was a hot ass mess, though. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was at home just like shaking my head. Like, God damn. Niggas was getting rid of their families. They was, we ain't even gonna get on the election. That was just, man, 2020 was crazy, yo. Like, see, I wasn't in a rush to get no jab, because I wasn't around nobody, so I wasn't in a rush to get it. I was just gonna let things fall as they may, and it turned out that it just wasn't a good thing to do. You know what I'm saying? People was getting sick. People was dying from the shot. People was losing babies and they reproductive. Like, it was just so much going on. Like, by the time 2021 came around, I'm like, the world is really in a hot mess of a mess. I'm going to have to save myself. At that point, I didn't care what nobody thought. I didn't care what nobody said, because I was by myself. Like, I was already living life. I didn't think nobody was thinking about me. Nobody was calling me, checking up on me. I was literally living with, it was just me and my bro, just thugging it out, man. Just having fun with the little that we had. We was just, even till now, like, we really just was being grateful, and we did. So I decided to start painting. I woke up one day, like, January 4th of 2021. I just woke up one day and I had the urge to paint. And from January 4th, 2021 to, like, the following year, like 2022, I didn't stop painting. I was painting almost every day. And then I made a website. And then things just been moving since 2021, since I started painting. That's one of my paintings right there. But yeah, it was just like, the spirit was just going. I wasn't thinking nothing of it, though. I was just naturally enjoying painting, so I just kept going. I found out that I love painting. Painting literally saved my life. Because I was a social butterfly. I was the life of the party. So for me to be at home and stuff, painting really saved my life. I was really able to get out all that energy and that creativity and stuff. Even to this point, like, it just brings me so much joy to paint. Like, it just really did it for me. So I had made a website, and I didn't really think nobody was paying attention to me, but I was just going with the spirit. I was just going with the flow. And then after a while, I started noticing people started treating me different, acting weird and shit. So I'm like, people must be watching me. But I was so deep into what I was doing, I didn't really care. So fast forward to now, and then I just kept dropping hints on my social media, and still people wasn't responding to me. And I would hit people up and they still wasn't responding. I'm like, what niggas ain't talking to me? What I do? I'm still confused to this day. Like, why people don't be talking to me? Like, bro, life be crazy. I put everything inside of me, in my mind, in my experience. I put everything in my creative venture. I didn't even let my parents stop me. I put everything I had into this shit, bro. Like, I literally, like, shit, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm betting on me 100%, 110, 1,000%. Because I had already seen too much, bro. From 2019 to 2020 to, like, the end of 2021, I had seen way too much for me to be putting my faith in another human being. I'm gonna put my faith in me first, right? Ain't that common sense? And that's what's wrong with religion, yo. They be having you thinking God out there, and God telling you he ain't you, and we supposed to be out here, you know, doing great things, and we out here just doing ruckus. I'm really sitting up here running my whole entire mouth, but I'm almost done. But yeah, so I was broke as hell that whole time. Like, cause like I said, I wasn't worried about money. I really wanted to just not live how other people lived and made normal. I'm like, this is not necessarily normal. See, I live around a whole bunch of entrepreneurs, actors, and regular people too in LA, and it's just like, it's a beautiful place. Like, it's so many cultures and so many areas and vibes, and it's just, I love LA. And so I really started valuing my life. Like, I always want to do things that make sense. And for me, the whole office, corporate life, it was something that I loved as, you know, in my 20s and stuff, but I always felt like it was something more for me, and I just wanted to figure it out. It was just, but I don't know why that, I ain't gonna say I don't know, but it just causes a lot of resistance when you do things differently. Because me being quiet and just keeping to myself caused like a ruckus, and I wasn't planning on that ruckus. Like, I did not get the support in which I thought I was gonna get. None of my college peers talked to me no more. Like, I literally just, people wanted me dead. People just wanted me to feel like I didn't matter at all. Yo, like, I was so broke, even up to this point, that I didn't even care. Like, it was just in a point where I always had what I needed. I've been able to eat. I was able to get supplies. I was just able to get real resourceful, where it didn't matter if I had overflow. I had what I needed, and that I was appreciative for that, because I'm like, I get to wake up in the morning and choose how I'm going to spend my day. Even if I don't have a whole bunch of money, I still had a choice how I wanted my day to look. So that was enough for me, you know. So, but like, the attacks, like the spiritual warfare, it was really intense. It was really, really, really intense. Like, I can't even verbalize how intense it's been as far as the spiritual side of things. I don't know if I will ever find the words, but when I do, I will get them out. But there's no words that can explain what I went through. Like, the evil and the ignorance, like, it's just intense. So 2021 started a new life for me, and it's just now starting to make sense, because when you surrender to Christ, you don't understand everything in the moment, and sometimes you really do be confused as to why God got you doing certain things, but then it makes sense eventually. You know, vision is 2020 in hindsight, and some days still I be confused, like, what is going on? But then it makes sense again, and that's what's adventurous about walking with Christ, because it's nothing like what they taught us. It's nothing like what they taught us, like the white Jesus people. Them people be lying. Them people really got the world in a ruckus, for real. Like, I'm with the black Jesus people. And although Jesus is inside all of us, so it really don't matter what color he is, we should be paying attention to the word. But you know what I mean when I say black Jesus. So yeah, like, after they took my family business, yo, that was just like the disrespect. Like, we provided a service to the city for over 40 years. I'm never going to stop talking about this. So they get money for working with minority and women businesses, but they gave us no protection. Like, if you know the history of black folks in this country, and then you allow, you know, a black woman to have a business, mind you, women were just now able to even get bank accounts. It's like, why wouldn't you have protection? We had no protection. Like, the government is slow. There's people right now with better technology using than they had, as far as just how to pay for stuff. Like, that's the irony of the internet, because people on the internet is way ahead. So anyway, after that situation, I just, I gotta make some money. So I created a store, and I got items up there if you want to support. Because, like, when I think about film and movies, I legitimately want to make a good film and do good projects that with purpose. I'm not doing this to be famous. I never got into acting to be famous. I figured that came along with it, but I legitimately love the art of filmmaking, and like the teamwork that goes into every part of filmmaking. This is a process, so it's just like, it's never going to end. It's a part of my being, I feel. So, like, I appreciate any support. I done put the websites in the last few videos. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get on here and just get this information out, because like I said, I don't really talk to many people. So if you got any questions or anything, hit me up, and then I can make some more videos. I don't know. Shit, this is a new hobby now. Now that I can kind of see what people be talking about on the internet, I can kind of pinpoint what's going on and add my 2 cents for any clarity. Because I really be wanting people to win, for real. But the fact that people don't want me to win, but I gotta win, that's the irony about being around hating ass motherfuckers. They don't want you to win, but you gotta win to help so many other people. That's why hating just be stupid, yo. Like, what is you doing, yo? Oh. Shit be crazy. But yeah, I think I'm done talking for the night. But yeah. Yeah. Visit my store, support. Good night.